You are listening to Ice Cream for Breakfast with your hosts Tara Chase and Kevin Hansen.
What's that flower you can Google? It's like flower with holes. And if you look that up, you can't help but get the EBGBs.
Flower with holes.
Everyone get your phone out.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I make a story?
Yes. You should.
So here's the deal.
I'm going to try flower with holes. It gives you EBGBs. There's like 5 different, where as soon as you put it in there. And it's a real thing. And then they implant this flower. It's called the Triphobia plant. Whoop. And if you put it, there's even how you put it on a human skin, like they'll Photoshop it. I can't do it. I'm done now.
So it's a real flower?
It makes you itch. It makes you have EBGBs.
I just did a quick little thing, if that's okay. See,
Oy.
It's perfect.
Oy.
She's like, my podcast day.
It's like, this is my second podcast.
That's awesome. I heard
So-
that. We're going to ask you about that
fun.
too.
So,
But you'll be able to say ice cream for breakfast on
Well.
your first podcast.
well,
You're
imaginary ice cream.
good. Exactly. I know. You're our fitness guru.
so I
There
I
is
was-
one made with honey that we're going to try sometime.
Okay.
From Utah.
I saw some the other day and I should have bought it because I knew you were coming on, and so I was like, we got to get something
The
healthier.
Halo top.
It had avocado oil, and now I can't find it where it went to, but I was gonna do that.
Where'd
I guess
you
I
see it
could have
at?
made a creamy.
Oh, those are good.
I don't have a Ninja Creamy though.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the Cache Valley creamies.
No, you can make a creamy out of your protein shake.
Oh, good idea. Like those protein milks, they are kind of creamy to make it creamier.
the Ninja Creamy. So there's a guy that we have borrowed his video, and it's just chocolate churning, and he has an ice cream shop in Canada, and that's one of his big ones is the creamy. But then the other one I'm gonna buy, I don't know why, because I don't need ice cream now either, but other than a spoonful. But it's like $600, but it's like from France or something, and that's what he makes anyway.
Like
blah, 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 blah,
legit.
$600 for ice cream.
I
Though?
know, you better make a
I-
lot to
Yeah.
justify.
it looks so good, and I think that's what it is. The video looks so good.
I always say, like, judge the book by the cover. It looks so good. I hope it tastes good.
we can make other videos for the show.
Well,
For
where's
that
your
one.
ice cream?
It's in our
Right
little-
here.
Oh,
You're going
okay,
to see it.
okay.
Magic ice cream. I don't know what it is this week. Kevin's been doing good with us.
I tried
Our
to,
first show was an adventure.
Okay.
It was
Black vanilla.
black vanilla
Ooh, that sounds
with
good.
stuff, but we didn't know it had charcoal in it.
Ooh,
So-
I'd eat
So
it.
your teeth
The
start
teeth
showing
were-
black.
Oh, it's black.
It's
Like
ice
it
literally-
is
cream.
black, and it's a brand that is Netflix sponsored it
Stranger Things.
under Stranger Things.
I didn't get into that.
It was from
Yeah.
that show.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Something from that show, and I just was like, because I only eat vanilla normally, so this is kind of pushing the envelope for me a little bit. But we opened it up and it was literally black, and then her teeth were.
That's funny.
That's still sitting in my freezer at the house, by the way.
Yeah, I tried to punt it off on some people too, and no one was taking their bites. I'm like, it's not black licorice. It just looks like black licorice.
I love black licorice.
You do? Oh my
Good and Plenty is my
gosh.
favorite candy.
Gross. Jen. Yeah, no. It's either, I have heard you either love it or you hate it.
Well, it's like cilantro. I can't do cilantro.
You
I love
love
cilantro.
cilantro. Yeah.
What about?
I'm going to make you some salsa. Do you like salsa?
No.
So you wouldn't like my
I
salsa.
like salsa juice.
Like a V8? Like my idea of salsa juice would be like V8.
If I went to Matador, I would dip my chip, but I wouldn't take any chunks.
Oh, so you're like a non-textured girl. That's why creamy would be okay for her.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's how I used to eat it, and my ex-wife would scoop it, and she would take it all, and I was like, I'm trying to make it last longer, and then anyway.
No, if you're gonna have a salsa, you're gonna spoon that stuff out.
I can do it with pace, extra mild.
You can't, so you're not even spicy. Wow. Well,
I hate spice.
we're glad we're vanilla ice cream here today. I've got 2 guests, Kevin and Jen, that are
Boring.
vanilla. I am sure you're far from boring. Actually, probably if you only have taste buds that are pretty bland, maybe the rest of your life is
I'm allergic to
on
boring.
fire.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I like that.
See, I think I've become
I am
boring.
allergic to boring. We're going to
am.
use that. I'm going to post that today.
Well,
That's a good morning.
I'm super ADD also.
'Kay.
So if something's not interesting enough, I just
Check out.
Mm-hmm.
So in like 15 minutes, if she's over there asleep, we'll be like, okay, we need to just end this right
This
now.
show is only 5 minutes. Let's go really fast. Come
I
on.
got my power nap today, so
Oh.
I should be good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So,
I have a recording, so.
Oh, you already did. Okay.
'cause
Hi,
see,
everyone.
Some of this is kind of what we like about the show, like the cilantro thing. It's kind of funny. Our first guest we ever interviewed, and I can't find her interview anywhere, but she, at the end of the show, she started talking about hillbilly milkshakes. And they were, when she was a kid, they would get a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot, and they would put any ice cream in it, and then they'd take a drill with a paddle, and then they just blend it, and that's how they would make their milkshakes, and they'd just scoop it out.
That's cool.
And we would have never talked. That would have never
Right.
been a topic that we would have thought to go into. Like,
So
hey,
you
what's
shared it with everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Like they just all.
Like yeah, that's what I was
That sounds
picturing too.
fun.
Like everyone get a spoon
Yeah.
or a big straw.
Ooh.
Family straws.
All I can think about is what the macros are in that.
Like how.
Like,
That's funny.
I weigh everything out, so that's just I can't do that.
Tell us more about that.
well, let's.
You want to open
let
with
me
ice
just
cream
open.
after that? I'm not eating
Enjoy
today.
your ice cream.
Hey, everyone,
guys.
take a look.
Here, let
Well,
me get my.
Today is
scale.
a lick day.
We might let's just keep going. So we have Jen Dart with us.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And how I ran into Jen was one day a random video pops
Oh
up
no,
on.
which one?
Was one
They're
of you
hilarious,
And your, it was one
by
of
the
you and
way.
your son.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought it was funny. And then I started seeing more and more and more. And you're very fit.
You
and
know I
so-
have to pay him now to do reels.
Right.
Like
Do you?
Legos.
She's talking about paying
Nice.
your son to do it.
He won't make a reel with me. Like I'm like, hey Gavin, let's do
Yeah.
this reel. He's like, do I get to go to Target? I'm like, well,
You're like, well,
sure.
That
You're
is
like,
funny.
that's good. He's an entrepreneur
He
in the
is.
works.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Smart.
we want to talk to you about kind of your fitness journey,
Okay.
where you were maybe in high school, what that was like. We'll get into your hairdresser, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Talk about what you do now in fitness and your competitions, because I'm assuming you're getting ready for
Yep.
a show.
Second one.
And then want to talk about the social media aspect of what you do. Because I ran into something the other day, or yesterday actually, and it's interesting. So we talked about off air, we were talking about the skin doctor and the chiropractors that now do the cracks and they put the mic in the back and you can hear it. And
Ugh.
I see those come up on mine all the time
I can't.
because I go to a chiropractor. But so a friend of mine on Facebook, he just posted this yesterday, and he was at a social media revenue summit in Las Vegas, and it was for healthcare professionals. So I want to get into that at some point today, but just how important social media is, not only maybe to bring people into your practice, but just in general, like how can doctors make a lot of money just by doing social media? I guess that's the other thing. We'll get into that. But first, we have to taste some ice cream.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ice cream for breakfast. So our tradition is to see what is in the ice bag.
Oh, you guys don't even know?
I don't
do.
know.
Oh,
Yeah, Kevin knows
It's a
today.
surprise for her.
okay.
So I brought some spoons that have never been used, so don't worry.
Thank goodness. Just kidding.
They're for the cabin, so they were just new. I'm going to throw one to you. It's
Okay.
cold. Okay.
That would have been a good boomerang. That's how my brain works.
Yeah,
Boomerang.
and back.
Yeah.
I should have been like, I don't think twice.
I don't want it.
Okay.
What is our show called?
Ice cream for breakfast.
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh, wow. Okay.
Rice Krispie treat ice cream.
This one,
Cute.
I feel like it is vanilla, and it definitely has little pieces of what looks like Rice Krispie treats.
This was purchased. I was going to get the Eggos with the maple syrup.
Wow. Like this is like real. I see what you're doing. Just clicked. Sorry guys, early morning or something, but
You didn't connect the
I
ice
could
cream
not
for
connect
breakfast?
Rice Krispies for breakfast all of a sudden. I only could think of them as marshmallow Rice Krispie treats.
Same.
Now I'm like, okay, now it's breakfast. Okay.
You ready?
Jen, are you going to really not take one bite with me?
Nope.
Okay.
My coach will kill me.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't tell him, but then you're on a podcast, so I think he'd find out.
Well, he will because I'm going to put it on my stories. And he watches me like a hawk.
It's very vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin could try my bite. Yeah.
Let's invite Gavin.
Gavin,
That was perfect.
do you want to try some ice cream?
Yes, please.
Will you try a bite of this ice cream in my cup? And if Kevin will hand you another spoon.
I only brought these 2 spoons.
I might have a spoon, Gavin. Will you go open one of the drawers? Feel free to, I think it's the second drawer handle. And if there's a spoon in there or a fork, then come right over and you can have a scoop of this breakfast. And we will make sure that Coach so-and-so won't get on Gavin's back. No spoons? Keep looking. I've got to have something.
Oh, donkey.
Try in there. Do we have a fork in there?
Did I mention this is kind of casual?
Yeah.
There you go.
I love it. Gavin, find
Oh,
the
do I have a
spoon.
mini duck? Was
might-
it in the first drawer? Watch it be the first one. Nothing works, huh? Okay, second drawer. Okay,
Beautiful.
come right over.
Spoons do you
You just need one.
Just for you.
This is just for you to take this big spoonful and tell me on the microphone what breakfast would be like if this was your breakfast.
How many Legos is this going to... I mean,
Okay.
he's
The
getting
whole
ice
thing.
cream.
Take the whole thing. Take that whole bite.
Maybe a mini
That's
$10
okay.
set.
I went
Okay, here.
to-
Tell me what it tastes like. Okay, tell me if you think it tastes like, or what it tastes like.
Oh, shoot.
Can you talk into that microphone?
Vanilla.
I didn't get that. Dang it.
Oh my gosh, that was perfect. That is a good.
It tastes like vanilla.
It definitely tastes like vanilla. Yes, here, I'll give you another spoonful.
It does have
And then I'm
that
gonna
flavor.
Here you go. Can this
Yeah,
work?
ask him again.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, because this one I'm putting the Rice Krispie treats in your spoon. So have it like a sucker. Then we'll have to put it back in the
I
freezer.
eat suckers.
What do you think? What does that taste like? And then tell it in this, because your mom is going to film it on a reel.
Vanilla.
Thanks, Gavin.
That's awesome. Here, Kevin, I'm going to throw this to you.
I like the first one better.
That was because it was unexpected.
Yes.
Totally. Thank you, Gavin, for being our ice cream for breakfast taste tester. That was super helpful.
Social media on the spot right there.
I know, exactly.
So it does have a very
It's really
vanilla,
creamy.
very vanilla
Really
taste.
creamy.
Where'd you find that?
That was at Winco on Meridian Road.
I'm drinking water it's so creamy.
And they did have, and I was going
Mm-hmm.
to try, it was Apple Jacks. No.
No way. That's like
No,
a
it was
real
Frosted Flakes. They have a Frosted Flakes one of these.
Wow.
And that's what I was going to go with.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah. Because it's great.
Great. We should try that.
Is there a garbage?
There is. So Gavin, right next to that. Yep, perfect. You found it. I was going to say the ice maker, but ice cream. It's throwing me. Well, thank you for trying that, Kevin. Thanks for bringing that.
Yeah, of course.
That was fun. And we hope our audience will tell us some other favorite ice cream flavors. I know we posted on the Facebook page some random ice cream cups. So
Yeah.
if I looked at them and I thought, no, thank you. But if you've ever tried something with soy sauce ice cream,
Yeah, soy
let me
sauce.
know.
Or
Ketchup.
Sriracha.
There was like
Wasn't it
ketchup.
called
Oh,
sriracha?
sriracha.
And then there was another weird one.
Is it sriracha
Something like
or
that.
sriracha?
With the rooster on the front.
Sriracha. Yeah, I saw that. You can go ahead and give us some flavors.
Yeah.
Flavors of the day.
My favorite's cookies and cream.
Oh, yeah. After your competition, sister, call me.
Well, I'll be in Vegas, but Sid's Garage,
Oh, yeah.
their 420 shake.
420 shake.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
So what's
Sid's
in it?
Garage is, by the way, a hamburger restaurant here in the village. some of the best sweet potato fries I've ever had,
Yep.
and fun hamburgers.
There's
in
no
little
such
lunch
thing
boxes.
as a good sweet potato.
Yes, there is.
Anything.
I love them.
Oh yeah, and I even ask for no salt.
Yeah,
It tastes so good with.
I just like it by itself. Alexia, I think, is the brand I usually get from Costco, or it's Alexia brand sweet potato fries. So good in my air fryer.
I just don't like them.
What?
Yeah, there's
Sweet
something.
potato fries for breakfast. All I have to do is put them in vanilla, and it'll be fine. Disguise.
I think there's certain foods that I don't like yams.
Do you have some childhood trauma from that?
There's probably. I
he did grow up
I
in
do with
Grandview.
lima beans.
Oh,
And
really?
peas, I can't. I will not
can't
eat
look at
them.
'em.
Nope.
I think it's well, I have this aversion to anything that's it's too sweet.
Oh.
To me, it's a dessert.
So it's a sweet taste.
So when you have Thanksgiving and you bring out potatoes with marshmallows on them,
I don't need the marshmallows.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, that's not my
I
thing.
like things just as they are.
Yeah.
And I actually had a friend today. If he's listening, he'll get a laugh at this. But he sent me a podcast, and just how important it is to, we all know this. We don't need a podcast to tell us, but how important it is to eat whole food. Yeah. So things without all the preservatives, without all the sugar or sweet potatoes, marshmallow. I'm not a marshmallow fan.
So
but
to let you know, I've been doing carnivore for like 2.5 months,
Okay.
and this is the only sugar I have weekly.
Nice.
breakfast
Breakfast with Tara.
and the ice cream.
But I haven't had a potato. I haven't had salt, like
No
pasta,
carbs at all?
No carbs, no sugar. It's been meat and water for the most part. I have started mixing broccoli, and it was like a reset. I just needed something to kind of help.
So it's only meat.
Yeah.
Is that kind of keto?
I'm not really an expert in any of those things, but I think it made it very simple for me, because I, is like, oh, you can have so many grams of this, or I'm from Idaho. I don't know what a gram is. I'm a ounces and pound person.
I went from ounces to grams. I like grams better now.
See,
And the labels are already written in grams, so it kind of makes it
and I'm
easier.
probably too old to change at this point.
You're not. Everybody
but
can change.
It was just, there was no vegetables, no sweets, no anything, no bread. I just wanted I really want a sandwich. That's what I want, is a sandwich.
Craving in the
I haven't had
sandwich.
bread or anything. So
That's impressive.
anyway, blah, blah, blah. We're here to talk about you.
Oh.
So now let's switch, because I am curious. When we first came in, I actually brought another friend recently gave me this hat, and I love that Jen came into the studio today with a hat on. But
It's my Panther hat.
I like it. I didn't get to see the front. She wears it backwards. But then I have this one
It's a
backwards.
mood thing. I
Oh,
never
yeah,
know.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I really
I
like
love
it.
the Gurin Brothers.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's
don't
the
know.
brand.
That's it.
Sponsorship opportunity.
Gurin Bros.
Gurin Bros.
Yep.
That's
They make
awesome.
funny. They're at the Buckle.
The Buckle. And in the mall, I think, too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Amazon's cheaper.
This is, or at least faster.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't have to, maybe not faster, but I can just click, click, click.
That's cute. I love
Yeah,
that.
this is the friend of mine gave that to me. And I just was thinking today, as I was reviewing Jen coming here, but we all wear a lot of hats. So Jen especially has a lot of hats that she wears.
Because I have chronic boredom.
Yeah, she actually has already said she's allergic to boring.
Yep.
So we want to keep her hats going. There's a whole hat collection.
Yep.
So yeah, tell us about your hats. Tell us about the many hats that you wear.
Well, I am a mom. I am actually considered the husband in the relationship. My husband does a lot more hands-on with the kids and takes care of their homework and getting their lunches together. So he does a lot involved with what a typical mom should do. But I'm a mom. I'm a hairstylist. I'm a trainer. I'm an micro influencer.
Yep.
I wouldn't
Yep.
say I'm very big yet, but I hope to be someday.
But you call yourself a Gymfluencer.
Gymfluencer.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I saw too.
Yeah, I kind of took a step back being a trainer for people because I'm in prep, and so I really have to focus on myself, and I don't have the brain space to help other people right now. So
And then we'll get to that hat too. So that is a lot. Like
Yeah.
in a day, you could be doing all of it. You are doing all of it.
Yeah.
So we added one hat today. So so grateful that you could come in and be our guest on our podcast. So starting with training, how did you get into it?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but it started when after I had started getting into fitness, I hired a personal trainer. I learned how to follow a meal plan, follow a workout plan, did that for 7 months, and I made quite a transformation in 7 months just by following that. And then COVID happened. And then I just decided that I wanted to keep doing what I had learned, try to do it
On your own?
without having a coach. And I did it. I just kept doing everything. And after I had kind of figured out how it worked, I decided to do my personal training certification online.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But I didn't start training people right away.
Okay.
I didn't feel comfortable yet.
Like the one-on-one part of it.
But I just wanted to get that certification just so I could like understand more for myself. So
speaking of breakfast, the Breakfast Club, there's all those different characters. Am I too old to be telling this story? About
might be.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh, it's a great movie. And it's about
We'll
these.
put it on the bucket list.
It's about.
I
haven't
fall
seen it.
asleep to movies. So.
There's like
It's been there.
it's like 5 or 6 high school students who they have to come in on Saturday
Yeah.
because they got grounded or whatever, and they're all from different categories. There's the jock, there's the nerd, there's the drug addict. There's all the characters. So in high school, were you into athletics then?
I was a cheerleader.
Okay.
And there's a funny story there too.
It's a
Share.
competition
Let's hear.
now, right?
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
It's now an Idaho competition, like a sport.
Oh yeah, and it
Yeah.
was when I was in high school too.
See, I'm
Yeah.
old.
21 years
It's always
ago.
been cheer, and then I just think it's leveled up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cheered freshman, sophomore, junior year.
Okay.
And I never made varsity. I went to tryouts.
Okay.
My senior year
Okay.
and got cut.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's so funny now. I'm
Yeah.
still bitter about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I already have plans.
Okay.
For
To
after
be a
my
cheer
show-
coach?
No, absolutely not.
I was like, what is she
No.
going to do? The comeback.
No.
'Kay.
After I'm done with my show in July, I'm going to start partner stunting with
Oh, cool.
guys that can
Throw and
yeah.
catch.
And I want to do that for my 40th birthday
Do
in
it.
October.
Do it.
I'm going to.
Okay, that's
This is
so
like
cool.
This is like a movie where she goes to her class reunion. And
Oh, that
does
was
this-
last year.
And does this big stunt. Like,
That
there you
is
go. There's your
cool.
cheerleading
That
for
was
you.
Good for
Cool.
you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I just have to do it. I don't know why.
You know why.
Yeah.
You know why.
I know.
Prove it to
I know
yourself.
why I got cut too.
Okay, why?
Because
If you don't mind sharing.
Oh, during tryouts,
Yeah.
we're supposed to perform the dance we practice. I stood there and did nothing.
Oh,
I
shoot.
blinked.
You didn't know what to do.
I didn't. I
Yeah.
got so scared that I just stood there.
Oh.
And
And she didn't let you like try out
oh
later?
no,
Or
no. And you know why? Is because I was too scared to do some of the stunts they wanted me to do, and I wasn't on the varsity level because they were so competitive. I wouldn't twist down from stunts. I don't know what they call it now.
I think it's that running aerial thing.
Yeah, they throw you up and you twist
Twist
around
when
and
you
they
come
catch
down.
you.
Yeah.
And so I remember watching a competition where the girl twisted and like knocked her base's teeth out. So I
Seen it.
was always too scared.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want me.
Something's going to happen.
Can I ask where you went
So
to high
now
school?
you're brave.
Are you, so
Centennial.
you went
Okay.
to Centennial.
2004.
That a girl.
Yeah.
That's
Do you know
awesome.
Tyson Sibbett?
I know Sean Sibbett.
Okay, it's his brother.
Okay.
Anyway,
Name drop.
Tyson was younger, I think. Maybe.
maybe just a couple years. He's my partner on our
Sean.
cabin.
Oh, okay. Sean was a year older than me. And Brianne Sibbett.
Yeah,
Family.
whole family.
That's cool.
Anyway, sorry to
So Centennial
go
High
off that.
School is high school here it's actually West Ada School District. And at that time, it would have been called Meridian Meridian School District.
Yeah.
And it switched over.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it switched over. I believe it was 2009 or 10 to West Ada. So that's awesome. Yeah, lots of friends of mine went to Centennial.
So you're about what, 5'2", 5'1"?
I am 5 7/8.
Woohoo!
See,
I just found that out at my last show.
Perfect. Oh, really? You're like
There's a
standing
funny
up.
story there too.
You had to
Tell
be
it.
measured.
Right now?
Always.
Let's hear it.
Okay,
Just tell
so when I was at the show, I noticed I was in a line of really tall girls. I turned around and I saw Sarah. She's a realtor. What's her last name? Beautiful Sarah. I don't know. Sarah Marie is her Instagram. I don't know.
Sarah Marie
But I turn around.
something.
I'm like, "Hi, Sarah." And she's like, "Hi, Jen." And I'm like, "I don't think I'm supposed to be here." And
They're too tall.
my group already went. All the
Oh,
shorties already went.
Oh, okay.
And the judges had read my height as 5'7" instead of 5 7/8.
So they're expecting. You're like, I'm in the wrong group. So what happened? Did you have to compete with the 5'7"s?
They figured that They
Okay.
figured that out. My group had already gone, and it was Group A.
Okay.
They threw me up on stage with Group B instead of Group C. I don't know. It was so weird. I don't know.
So for the audience, when you talk about shows, tell us what kind of show is it and where do you travel for?
Well, so for my first show, I did the Idaho Cup in October.
And it's for
Bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding,
I
thank you.
competed in wellness and bikini
Okay.
because I was kind of in between both.
okay.
I won first overall wellness masters over 35,
Oh, cool.
and in bikini I won second overall.
Very good.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
And so I'll be going to the USA's in Vegas in July.
So that is, and you're still in progress right now, getting ready for that.
Yes, I'm 17 weeks out.
Okay.
So the next group is like bodybuilding, or there's the ones that look like
It's all bodybuilding,
right,
but there's figure,
right.
and those girls are
Lift.
Right.
they've got a lot of muscle.
Okay.
Those are the ones that scare
So
me.
bikini's more proportioned all the way down.
Okay.
Wellness is more
Overall.
bottom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Real big glutes, quads, hamstrings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start becoming, well, you get into it during COVID,
Oh yeah.
and then you decide to, what's the, I mean, we can talk about that, like what was the process like, but when do you decide I want to go stand on a stage and
Oh,
do
I
this?
never
in front
wanted to do that.
Mm.
I never wanted to compete. I was always very, what would you say, shy
Okay.
about being in a swimsuit around people.
Okay.
So I never saw myself doing something like that.
Wow.
And I had major stage fright. I've always had anxiety too.
Okay.
But it wasn't until last year about this time when my coach said he would sponsor me because he saw my potential. And I'm like, okay, I'll do
You
it.
just said I'll do it.
Yeah.
What?
I had been around a lot of those people that it didn't really scare me anymore because I just kind of knew what to expect. So I wasn't really thrown into it.
So you didn't ever appear on another, this is your first time
It was
going
my first
in front
time.
of the
Oh, yeah.
audience
Oh, yeah.
after about, what, 3-4 years of training? And your coach inspired you. Yes, go do it.
I've had other coaches tell me to do it,
Oh, yeah.
and I just wasn't ready.
Right. Okay.
How much
Impressive.
of the I know you got to go to coaches. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking today.
No, you're
Coaches
good.
that teach you the poses. I mean, how hard is that? I mean,
It's the worst part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my coach Lexi, she's moving to Texas, and I'm super sad, but I'm going to start training with Kalia. She's the owner of Performance Posing, and without them, you can't do well. Like they watch your every little move and tweak it and tell you how to do it different. Like you can't just watch YouTube and figure it out. That's what my first plan was. Because I'm a DIYer. No, I needed a coach, and they have taught me so much, and they have been so patient with me because it is so hard to do.
Wow.
Yeah, I practice
Tell us-
every single day.
Yeah, tell me like your regime, or tell me what it's like to train versus be performing.
And how far out do you start kind of that daily food ritual to get
20
to
weeks.
that? 20 weeks.
Yeah, I haven't really stopped with my routine since my last show. I took a break in December. I told my coach, I'm done with you for a month.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
I just need
He
one
didn't
month
like
off.
that. He did not like that, but I knew I needed it. So I just took a month break. But I've always stuck to my routine of eating my meal plan, doing my workouts. I don't skip workouts. If I skipped a workout, that would be weird.
So today, for instance, did you already work out?
I only had cardio today.
Okay.
So it was a rest day from
Okay.
lifting. I do my cardio. I practice posing. I had my check-in also. Every Sunday is check-in day. And yeah.
Okay. And then for you, this is like a full-time 8-hour a day, 4-hour a day?
Oh, no.
Like,
It's
what's
probably
your-
3.
3 hours
Yeah.
a day. And it's 7 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is part of your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a big hat.
Can
That's
I
impressive.
Can I tell a funny
Yeah.
story? So I work for an events production company, and we used to do the Natural show down at
Okay.
Timberline High School. And one year, it's the funniest story ever. There was a janitor that was at Timberline watching the competition, and he's an immigrant from Russia and bald. He looked like a James Bond villain, real barrel-chested dude, and he was like, "Next year I'm going to do this show." And so the next year shows
awesome.
up, and he's probably done nothing from then till then to make himself better, and he gets in the show. And there was and he was like 60, 55, 60 or something. And there was only like 3 guys in the preliminaries. And, they got the tan booth and there was spraying everybody. And he was like,
Oh,
"No,
yeah.
you not put stuff on my skin like
You
that."
have to.
And so
I was
because,
like, please make me as orange as possible.
Yes.
so because there was
And
only,
oily.
because there was only 3, he got into the finals that night
No way.
because they had like the top 6.
You
or
mean
whatever
3
it
in
was.
that age category?
Right. So whatever his,
Because I'm like thinking there was only 3 people who came.
Wow.
and he didn't know how to do any of this. He didn't know how to pose, but they convinced him because he looked like a polar bear. He was
Yeah.
white, and he had just had this big barrel chest, and so they got him to do one quick little tan, and he didn't know how to pose. So the guys next to him would pose, and he would look at him, and then he would do what they were doing.
That's
No
awesome.
way.
But I was like, what a great way just to be like I'm gonna do it.
Vulnerable, brave,
'Cause I would never do that.
courage. No way. I love
But
that.
it was just like a James. He
That's-
looked like a Bond villain that was like would drive the car and like would shoot somebody.
Wow.
That's what he
That
looked
is
like.
funny.
Wow, a Russian
And
natural
he did
man
that.
winner.
He had that accent.
So,
It was-
question: did he win? Did he get placed in the
yeah,
top 3?
third place, I'm sure. Out
So
of
he's
3.
top 3. That's
Yeah, he was
awesome.
top
That's
3.
how I would say it.
See, and my
I
high
made
school
top 3.
my high school graduating class was 23, and I could say I graduated in the top 10, and no one knows any different
Yeah, that's
until I
so
just
true.
said right now. But
That's what I'm saying. You give yourself the accolade you need.
thanks for letting me indulge in my
Oh
weird
yeah,
story.
That's
No, that's
awesome.
funny.
So what do you eat normally? Do you have the regimen?
I eat the same thing every single day.
So it's the same every day.
Eggs and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, turkey and rice, and a protein scoop with almond butter and oats.
And what kind of rice do you make?
Jasmine.
It's always jasmine.
Always jasmine. I've tried basmati. It's disgusting. I don't know why people like it.
So it's interesting that you say that because is there no like whole grain in your diet? You don't have a whole grain like a wheat or a
No.
oatmeal or any
Well,
of the whole grain-
oats.
Oh,
I,
oats. You
yeah,
just say
I
that.
blend. I don't have dairy or, I mean,
It's like no cheese.
no wheat really. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
They're saying rice, jasmine.
Yeah.
And
So the
jasmine's-
purpose is,
Tastes great.
yeah, jasmine is a good
It's
rice.
so good.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that rice the second day has half the calories?
I've heard that it changes as it sits. So you should make it fresh every day. You
Oh.
should wash your freaking rice.
I've heard that too.
Some
Rinse
people
it.
don't. It is so gross. The stuff that comes out when you.
Yeah, it's cloudy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard that like in Chinese food restaurants, they'll cook the rice the day before and they use it the day after. I've heard the calories are less in it the second day for some reason.
Huh. I did not
I have
know
never heard
that.
that.
Maybe
but
it's
I
because you're
knew-
washing it again.
I heard it can grow bacteria as it sits.
So maybe you lose the calories. You lose half the calories because there's bacteria that's forming as you ingest it.
And who was it telling us about rice that if you talk bad to, it was like a container of rice and then you yell at the other container?
Stop it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually a character building
No.
activity. And it's just to like show positivity actually makes something.
I love
just
you,
like,
rice.
Like my
I do talk to my food
Yes,
like that.
yeah.
Like,
And
this is
same with
so
flowers.
Good every day.
Yeah.
I just love you so much.
I still love that chicken and rice the same
do.
time every day.
Yep.
Do you-
And almond
I'm
butter.
a dog.
Can you put any spices or flavorings in it?
Well, I was using the Trader Joe's sweet chili sauce.
Oh, yum.
I love that stuff. But
too.
as prep gets harder, those things you have to minimize them.
Got it.
So I kind of started cutting them out now.
So already is bland.
Yeah, but you can make it flavorful with like the zero anything seasonings.
True.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
So-
And I get coconut oil right now,
Oh,
and
okay.
I love that on my chicken and
A
rice.
little bit sweet.
I can have it plain like that. Mhm.
Okay. So who puts together your food plan? Like, why is it that you have to have rice
My
this
coach.
many? Okay.
Yeah,
So he's
he
a former
every week.
trainer.
I probably have a text saying he changed my plan. Let's see.
So instead of
Nope, he has
coconut-
not updated my plan yet, and it is almost the end of the day. No,
Okay.
every Sunday he'll update it and tell me that he decreased my food, increased my cardio, that kind of thing.
So tell me about your your training with your food plan. So is it I work out and then I eat? Is there like intermediate
So
fasting?
I always start with fasted cardio. My coach tells me to do it that way. I have to do the stairs at a level 8 for 35 minutes.
Okay.
And so after that, I can have a meal, but I don't usually. If I'm just there in the morning for cardio, I'll go home and eat and then go back and train my lifting if I have lifting also that day. Otherwise, I will do my lifting first. I'll eat or I'll drink my shake, then lift, then do my fasted cardio because that I'll have already
it
burnt.
out. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just strategy.
Jen, will you ever run with me? Like
No.
a 6 mile run?
No.
What's your cardio? Jen, this is what happens is I go, like I have another, one of my lenders that works at ICCU and she does the bodybuilding and shows and
What's her name?
Luce
I don't know her.
Aguilera's. Anyway, she's great. And she hates running. Like when
I
she's,
hate running
I'm like,
too. I get shin splints.
they all have like perfect bodies, but they don't run. I'm like, why is it that I love to run and not lift? So I need someone in between.
It's too much cardio.
Yeah,
You need to
I
lift.
love to run. I know I need to. You're absolutely right. As you age, you have to do
It's
it.
so good
And
for
isn't
you.
it a minimum of 3 times a week
Oh, yeah.
for 60 minutes each?
Yeah.
Is that like the minimum being
5
preached?
is ideal.
Is it for 60 minutes each time?
Lifting? Oh, yeah. You just break down each
Here I am like
muscle
can I just
group.
run a lot and then do a couple weights and then get out of there. That's
there,
what I need.
There are people that lift and run. Yeah. This girl at Mecca, her name's Shawnee. She is adorable. She just does her plan every single morning, runs like, I don't know, 10 miles a day.
Oh my gosh.
Also
okay.
lifts. So everybody's different. You just have to find what you love.
I agree. But you got to put both together. That's
Yes.
the thing. Yeah.
So one of the things I found with the carnivore is after a while, after about a week, it wasn't about eating anymore. It was just about eating. It wasn't about the enjoyment of a meal.
It's fuel.
It's just you were doing it just because you needed it.
Yep.
So I just
Isn't
lost.
that a great feeling when you can take out the pleasure part of food and you just use it as fuel?
Yes and no, because I think that's one of the great things about food is there's just such a
Yeah.
unique flavor to things. But I'm to the point now where it's like, oh, I have to eat something because I'm just not that hungry. So I have to eat something because I know if I don't, then that's not good. But how important is it on a 1 to 100% is the meal part of fitness compared to some people who think, oh, I'll just keep eating what I'm doing and I'm going to start going to the gym and then I'll look like Jen.
No, nutrition is the most important.
I've heard things 80-20 rule. I've
yeah.
heard 70-30. What's yours?
When I was done with my show, I lived the the 90-10 rule.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did indulge, so I didn't go crazy. But I love feeling good. That's more important than eating all the junk.
Yeah. It's what is it? The famous you are what you eat.
Exactly.
So, and it's true.
If you eat shit, you feel like shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, can I swear on this?
Yeah, you
You
just
just
did.
I always say sorry to my kids. They're like, "It's fine, Mom." We hear it all the time.
You're like, but we won't say it at
but
school.
if I say the F word,
promise.
they get $10. So
Oh, Target. We're going to Target if Mom says the F word. That's like
funny.
incentive. You're like, I'm not having a bad day around my kids. Good idea.
No, I think that's one of the most eye-opening things about what I'm doing right now is that I do feel a lot better because I could, and this is like me. What do they call it when you tell your sins? I could go
Confess.
through confess. Thank you. I could,
Tell your sins. He's looking at me. I'm like,
confessional.
is there like
Catholic?
a, is
Here
there
we
like a
are.
little confessional booth around here?
It is.
I could literally go through 2 or 3 liters of Mountain Dew a day. Easy.
0.
That's what I was doing before.
0.
No.
The
she's asking.
straight
She's
stuff?
asking like Mountain Dew Zero.
No, because
Or
that
Coke
tastes
Zero.
because that tastes like crap. That zero stuff.
No, it's actually
That's what I was doing before.
I could never drink a
that's
sugar
that's
soda.
actually about. Let me do the math because I
I
used to
know.
teach nutrition. So that is Kevin. Hold on just a second. 32 ounces a day
Oh,
of
no, no,
Mountain
no.
Dew.
No, no.
Give me more.
No more. Like we're talking like a 80 to 90 to 100.
There's 60 grams of sugar.
I was
going
gonna
to
say there's 39 grams in a
39
can of
grams?
Mountain Dew.
So
So
that's
if you had 8-ounce can, imagine that was 64.
no like a
so
2
that's
liter.
8.
A 2 liter. I could do one of those, if not almost 2 of those a day, if I was
That's
like
a
just
ton
whatever.
of sugar.
So that was part of the cutting
I'm
out.
gonna have some water right now.
3. I know, me too. Can someone pass me the drinking
I'm so
fountain?
thirsty.
but that's
Kevin,
what it was.
that's
And I was-
312 tablespoons of sugar.
Well, and that so I'm talking to my friend and he does the diet stuff.
Teaspoon,
And
excuse me.
it just tastes nasty.
Diet does. Zero doesn't.
I still couldn't do that
I
one.
still think it has like phenylalanine in
Yeah,
it, which we got to
probably.
figure that out because otherwise it's like,
Yeah.
acid or to our brain.
so
But
that
I'm with
In
you.
moderation.
It tastes way better
Yeah.
than diet.
and it's always been my drink from the time I was in high school.
Until today.
And sometimes, again, I haven't had one for
know.
almost 3 months.
Do you get a caffeine headache or
I
sugar
do.
headache? I get them too. Dang it.
I got one after like 2 or 3 days of not having it.
Yeah.
But what I would notice is I could literally go home, have a Mountain Dew with watching the Dodgers, and I could go right to sleep. Not even a problem.
Wow.
And then if I didn't drink anything for like a week and I had one, I was like, I was up all night.
Wired.
Like, "Eh."
Like reruns, Breakfast Club.
I can drink a
rerun.
Dr. Pepper Zero before bed. Easy.
And no problem.
So I
So a
think
part of your Kevin,
No,
one
you're
thing.
good.
So you can have caffeine as you're training.
Yeah,
It's
if
like
I
actually
if I drink my
stimulant.
water, I can have 1 zero sugar drink. Yeah. I usually choose a energy drink.
Over that,
Oh,
yeah.
so. I don't have that craving at all now,
That's good.
which is weird.
That's really good.
for me because I go to the grocery. So the grocery store is the worst time for me because I'm seeing all this food that I haven't eaten.
So you're
for,
no caffeine right now?
no, just water.
Wow. You don't do pre-workout?
Kevin doesn't even know what that is. I am literally. so
Okay.
Your face would be itching so bad if you took some right now.
so
You're like,
so my
That's awesome.
fitness story. It was very athletic in high school, basketball, track, football, whatever.
What high school do you go to?
I went to a small school called Rimrock, which is
Oh, I thought you were from here.
it's south of Mountain Home.
Oh, okay.
So it's like an hour away.
Never heard of it.
And
Rimrock.
the Rimrock.
I thought you were
Raiders,
talking about the bedrock Fred Flintstone.
you know, there's some similarities.
Where are you at? In the-
There's some similarities.
we have the car that our feet just run, so that's our workout.
But
Hey,
it-
that sounds fun.
I know, I would try it.
can I
Or
t-
the paddle boats down at Boise
Yeah.
State, the
Can I
pond.
can I tell you a funny story?
Sorry,
This is
keep
where I get
interrupting you.
random. So when I was about 13, my dad had this old Ford 50s pickup, and he decided to take my brother and I camping, and we had no spare tires. And I might have told this like a long time ago, but anyway, so we go up in the Waihees with the mountains to the south of us, And we're like 10, 15 miles away from our house, and we get a flat tire. And my dad was kind of really nice guy, but kind of goofy, and he was always kind of thinking some weird way to do something. And he's like, well, how are we going to fix this tire? And we're like, I'm 12 going, well, we're in the mountains and there's really not anything to do. He goes like, what if we put a funnel in the tire and fill it full of sand?
Oh my gosh.
What?
And I was like 12.
That's creative.
And I was like 12 going, really? And so if the brakes go out, are we going to just cut a hole in the floor and use our feet like Fred Flintstone? Or if the horn doesn't work, we'll put a bird on our, rearview mirror and it drove. So he did it. He jacked the pickup up, and it was so old. It was metal, it was like really heavy old pickup. And once the weight of that axle went down, he drove it like 10 feet and just shredded the tire totally.
Oh my gosh.
So we were like the Flintstones.
That is so funny.
But I think what I was trying to go for there was, and then you get married, and then you go to the gym, but then you got kids, and then all of a sudden you're not, and very active, work. I did physical stuff on a dairy or whatever, and so then as you get older, you just kind of get out of that, being able to burn off your stuff. And so, how for you, if somebody came up to you and said, "I want to get fit," so we try to educate, inspire, and entertain people. So to educate people, if somebody said, "I want to get fit," what's the first thing you would tell them to do? And we'll try to figure out a way to compensate you with a commission or something.
Well, I always tell them to log their food. You have to keep track of what you're actually eating. I don't even care if they go to the gym. Like, nutrition is first. So if they're logging their food and they send it to me and I look at it, I'm like, okay, we really have to minimize a lot of these things.
I bet you see a lot. Yeah.
And a lot of what I see is they're not eating enough protein.
Especially women.
Yeah, so most people are proud of eating a salad, just eating a bowl of vegetables.
Which I
Like,
did
it's
this
just
little
not
thing one time. I
enough.
put all the lettuce that you would put like at Costa Vida. Makes it look so massive. But if you literally put all that lettus in a
They never
Ziploc
give you enough
baggie
meat either.
and you squeeze it to the bottom of the bag, you can squeeze it, and it's literally like
Yeah.
maybe not even an eighth of a cup of
Yeah.
vegetable, because
Peop-
lettuce is so big and water. So
People
you're
just
getting
are
less
not
content.
fueling their bodies the way
They
it's
were
designed.
supposed to be.
So it's overwhelming for people at first.
Sure.
So I try to tell people to just stick to a meal plan. It's hard to eat the same thing every day, but if you do that, you will see a change. But
Have to.
most people get too bored after a week,
Sure.
and then they fall right off. It's too hard. But I mean, if you can push through that, then after you've stuck to a meal plan, you can learn why and figure out how macros work, which is the breakdown of fat, protein, and carbs, and eating a balanced amount of that.
And then start incorporating the vitamins, the minerals, and always having water.
Yeah, I honestly don't do all the extras.
Okay.
I buy supplements and they sit
Oh,
on my
right.
counter.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
barely remember to take my creatine. I'm supposed to be doing that.
Got it.
I did it today.
You're like, I remember today before he.
Yeah, I'm horrible
switches.
at the extras. I live very simple. Yep.
Impressive. Yeah.
And that's what it was for me. That first week, it's got bored,
Yeah.
and so it was just.
And then your brain starts telling
finding-
you want this.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Go have this.
It would be okay to have a baked potato with this steak, because that's what I was thinking. Oh, I could have steak every night. Sweet.
Well,
And then
honestly,
after-
you could have a baked potato with your steak.
Well, with the
Not with the carnivore.
not with the carnivore.
You're like, but if you're working out, you need those carbs. It's better to have it that way
Right.
than white bread or something.
And it was for me, it was just a kind of getting rid of the sugar, getting rid of the carbs,
Yeah.
and just having the fat and the protein.
How many
And,
months did you say you've done it?
2.5.
Okay. Do you feel like
Oh, yeah, I've-
detoxed?
I'm probably down 20.
Nice. Good job.
That is-
I haven't been going to the gym as much as I should have. But
What gym
then
do you go to?
When I go, well, it's just like, I'm embarrassed to say because it's not a fancy one like Mecca.
Planet Fitness?
No.
Mine's
it's
at
just-
Axiom. It's right there in the village.
I
on
love the
third- I do
Village
too.
one, and it's
So great.
Villa Sport
called
now.
Villa.
Villa Sport now, yeah.
Okay.
They told me-
Villa.
The Villa Sport.
I call it
Villa.
I call it Victoria's Secret.
That's how we got here. I always tell people, I'm like, meet me at my office. And then I'm like, they're like, which one is it? The doorway. I'm like, it's the door by the Victoria's Secret. And then I just like,
Because there is a Victoria's Secret sign.
it's
on
right
this
next
side
door to my
next the
door to come
So
through.
that's funny.
So,
It's down there and it's right here.
and then I have the Villa Sport.
VS.
So I'm here all the time. This is life.
And I think we
Love
had
it.
one guest showed up, and I told him, okay, there's a sign that says Victoria's Secret. He went to the front where the
Right
Victoria's
down
Secret
here.
was.
Yeah.
Like,
We're facing the
where's
fountain
your-
side. And so it's obvious that you get in that way
It's
to
a
Victoria's
little
Secret.
confusing. When
But-
I was
Yeah.
coming here,
Yes.
I was a little confused.
I know I
but
have to tell people park on the Fairview side.
It's super bougie up here. I love it.
Pretty.
Like, can I just come hang out here sometime?
Yes, come with me, Jen.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
rad.
so when
Come
did
on
you
over.
when did you decide to? And we talked about this a little bit ago about social media. When did you decide this is going to be part of what I do, or was it just more of like this will be fun to do once in a while, but then it started to change
Become an
into
addiction.
Lifestyle. We'll call it your lifestyle addiction.
Okay, so in high school, I did video broadcasting,
Oh, cool. You
and
fit
we
right
made
in.
we made videos, and then high school was over, and I didn't have any. No, thank you, but no. I was kind of bummed. I didn't have that same.
like drive or
Yeah, well,
access too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I didn't.
When it's on the
It
routine,
was
you
gone,
have to do
and
it.
then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, well, I think it was MySpace that came out.
I remember that.
And then I
Mhm.
did all the like coding, like you had to like put in this code to have all these things on your page, and I'm like that's super exciting. And then, what came after that? Facebook.
Yeah, I think so. Because MySpace, Facebook, about, 2005.
So I always kind of stayed in with social media, but then when Instagram started and you could share pictures, I'm like, this is so cool. And I think I started it when my daughter was like 6 months old. Please don't scroll down to the very bottom of my page. So I did, pictures for a while, and then they came out with videos, and then all my creative juices just started. Like, I was so excited to be able to put videos together, and then Reels came out, and that's my jam.
Yeah.
I love doing all of those. I think I mostly got into Reels from fitness
Okay.
because I saw other people making their fitness videos, and I decided, yeah, I'm going to put myself out there too, because I was pretty shy, but that was a way I could show my personality without actually being
In
shy.
person, too, different, yeah.
It's definitely different. But yeah, I just kept going, and one of my videos hit the algorithm, whatever, and I just boom gained all these followers
Got it.
from this pull-up video. So
Okay.
there was a before where I'm struggling to get up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I start doing a bunch of pull-ups, and then I have a lot of hate comments on there too. It's hilarious, but I'm really glad that I knew that those haters or whatever, it didn't matter.
Good for you.
Like, I didn't care.
Good for you.
At first it did.
Yeah, when
and
you
then
read
I
it-
really had to think. I'm like, okay,
We-
why are they saying these mean things?
what were they saying?
Without knowing me.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to go back through and look at the comments, but there were some like, she totally staged that. She put her hair in a hat and then like, no, it was clearly different videos,
Right,
but
right.
anyways, yeah, I got a lot of excitement after gaining followers that actually wanted to watch my stuff.
Cool.
And I do have a cousin that is an influencer. He's got millions of followers, and I've always looked up to him and how he grew, and he's still doing awesome. But yeah, I've always just really
That's
wanted
so
that.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I think that's part of why we're here. Is because I was a sports guy at Channel 2 and at ESPN Radio.
Oh, cool.
And I missed that. I missed having conversations. But I also think that we felt like that in our country or the world, people don't communicate like maybe we used to. And that was kind of what spawned this, was that need or that desire to have conversations or that part of what you were looking for.
Yeah.
So a couple days ago, you posted something about you spend all this time and energy to put something together, and you get, this many. I guess people can't see this, but you get this many.
We're having like a hand-looking pie chart bar graph as we're talking.
But the one with the fish,
That was hilarious,
That
Jen.
It's almost at 8 million now.
I know, that one was hilarious.
I just remixed that
Like
reel.
my back hurts.
I just took that reel, remixed it, put my own words on it, and boom.
That was smart.
It's crazy.
It's funny because it drove humor to something real.
I don't even have back problems.
Yeah.
And I made a back problem reel.
It was so funny. I was like, that poor fish.
Yeah. Sad.
Now you got to go and find it. It's
so
good.
is that TikTok?
That one.
Do you do TikTok?
I
Instagram,
do.
though.
That was Instagram. I have a TikTok and I have 26,000 followers, but it's dead. Like
It's kind of checked out.
Yeah, I stopped posting, and so last time I posted was this stupid video I made with my daughter, real quick, just to see, and it's just not. It's dead.
Yeah.
And I don't even care. TikTok's boring.
Yeah, we've taken
I'm
a big
bored.
shift, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how it is. Like the new fad starts for about 2 to 3 years and
Yep.
then drops off. And I'm seeing that with Facebook now. It's less about posts, more about reels.
Well, I share all my Instagram reels to Facebook. I don't even check my Facebook. I just
scroll it through.
Well,
pass
everything
through.
just goes to Facebook from my Instagram.
Okay.
And so I see some of the reels pop
So
off,
you
but
hit
I don't
both.
even know what they're doing. I don't really care.
Yeah, good for you though. Yeah, it is fun. So we've talked about reels, and I always love them when I'm watching them too. I like to see what's coming up.
They're really fun to make. If I hear an audio that I'm like, I have to do that.
Yeah.
I will practice it over and over in my car, and so my lips will match up perfect. Because I don't like watching people's reels where their lips don't match up.
And it happens all the time.
It drives me crazy.
And you got Gavin.
Or they'll sing.
He's pretty good at it.
He really is.
Vanilla. We could get that on.
Yes.
Say it again.
Vanilla.
He's in the back. He's like, what? What?
So I think that for us,
Did you hear us say your name, Gavin? He's so cool.
so to monetize that, I think YouTube is probably where most people go.
Yeah, I tried YouTube.
Can you monetize with Instagram?
I did for a while. They had a Reels bonus program where I'd get paid for Reels, and that's where I kind of got addicted to it. I'd post like 3 a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Was it
A
ever
lot.
like? Did you ever make pretty good money?
No, I made maybe 120 a month. Yeah,
'Cause
it's actually really hard to make money.
Yeah, it's hard to make it now. It's because so many people have
Exactly.
joined the club.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I think the biggest perk of having social media and a following is so you can collab with people and get services and things in trade.
Right.
Like I've done a lot of partnerships with people and it's so fun.
give us
Well-
an example. What have you partnered to trade?
So I currently work for Hilton House Aesthetics.
Okay.
My friend Nikki, I think you know her.
I know Nikki.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So a few years ago, she found me at the gym. She saw that I like making reels and, promoting. So I collabed with her. And so every month I'd go get a facial and I'd collab on her services. And we would trade that way.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
I think I have seen you guys together.
Yeah,
on yours.
so she's amazing. I just
she
love her.
is, and she's a rock star. Workout too.
So, oh yeah, yeah, she's there every day.
I think one of the things I've noticed is there's two ways to post stuff. It's one, you create your own stuff, and then one is you take other people's stuff and then you react to it. And I think that
I've never done that. I don't think I've ever done that.
a reaction.
Maybe on TikTok I have.
Well, I'm not necessarily you specifically,
Oh.
but those are kind of the two ways
Oh,
I
yeah.
see people do it. And what I like about your stuff is it's all very genuine.
Oh, thank you.
And I think that there's some stuff on YouTube, especially, where you get two people who are reacting to the same thing, but you can tell these people are very genuine about what they're doing, and these people are trying so hard to be different and to get people to follow them, but they just don't.
Or how about the ones like you can tell they've rehearsed it? Like I love how it's just natural.
Yeah.
There's some people that try so hard, and you're like, No.
No.
No. Like, I know it looks like you're having fun with your bestie, but that one doesn't pass.
There's a lot of little things that I try to do
Notice.
to where it doesn't look fake.
Practiced.
I try to keep my eyes from blinking too much when
Yeah.
I'm voiceovering anything.
Okay.
It always has to match up, and it can't go on for too long. If it goes on for too long, people don't like it.
I'm a give me 30 seconds and I'll watch you.
Yeah.
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 We were talking on our last show about this video. I saw these two women out in the ocean on a paddleboard, and a sperm whale comes up and like whoop, and grabs their whole boat and they were inside the mouth, but because he only eats like small fish and stuff, they filter it. He spit them back out. So you need to find that video.
Yeah.
And you need to do.
I didn't believe it.
Then you could maybe have that little fish with the back bite out of it, and then show the sperm whale going. "Rrr."
Oh my gosh.
Then
I
you're
gotta
like-
find that.
And
That
then the
is
women were like,
epic.
"Oh yeah, we'll be back out on the ocean." I'm like, "Ugh."
I am actually scared of the ocean.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't know
went
what's in
deep
there.
sea fishing last year, and I didn't like it. I didn't like
The
being
rocky
out-
boat or being
all of it.
I'm
just
all
of
by
it.
myself. No.
Nope. I didn't like it.
Interesting.
Where were you fishing?
We were in Cancun, maybe Tulum. I can't remember what part.
She's like,
Out
all I
in
know
the
is in the
ocean.
ocean,
In the
and
ocean.
there was nothing around. Like,
No.
and I was with maybe I didn't speak the language, and that could be a little dangerous too.
Yep.
So
I
there-
didn't pee the whole time. It was a
That's the
fork.
other problem,
I
like-
did not want to get in the water.
I feel like I'm not going to drink
4
my
hours.
diet. I'm not going to have my Coke Zero. I'm not going to have my water.
Yep.
That's a thing. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
A
inconvenience.
bathroom. Not having a bathroom is a big deal.
Yeah, inconvenience.
Yep.
So there's a girl named Adley, and she's really funny, and she's on, she's like huge on all this stuff. And she and her husband now do these little pranks on each other.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And he's now involved in, but some of them feel like they're set up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So how is your husband with this? I mean, how does he deal with you at the grocery store when he's throwing stuff in the thing and you're like, oh, this is a romantic date
Did
night?
you
Yeah.
get some chicken for
Yeah.
me?
No, he
probably has to
actually
eat with you.
hates being
Oh.
on camera. He's
Okay.
he's really come out of his shell
Okay.
and embraced my weirdness. But you'll see him very little on my social media.
Okay.
And it's fine. I don't care if
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm single
Okay.
because he doesn't appear very often. But no, he does a really good job when he is on. I've had him make a couple reels where he does have to do voiceovers, and he
He's
does a
good
good
at
job.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you guys been married? And
Oh my
tell us how you guys
gosh.
met.
Okay. We're going to celebrate our 20-year anniversary in August.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
so cool. Right after the show.
Such an
Right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so glad that
Yeah.
I'll be able to celebrate after. Because
Sure.
I'll be turning 40 also in October.
In October.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your year.
Yeah.
Jen's
so
year.
I got married when I was 19. Yep. He was 26. And here we are.
When's your birthday? October
Amazing.
October 9th.
13th.
Oh, nice.
You guys are, oh wait, is that a Libra?
Libra.
Libra.
Yeah.
Yep.
How cool.
Well, you are the first guest. I mean, did we talk about this, or was it just you and I talking about this? You're the
I'm your
first
first guest.
guest that we've had.
Ding,
that
ding, ding,
one
ding,
of
ding.
us
She just got a gold star.
that one of
We
us
talked about
did
that
not
last
know.
week.
Like every guest
you
we've
both
had,
didn't know me.
right?
Right.
You're the first guest we've had that we were literally like,
You've
We
just
gotta
been
have her.
stalking me.
exactly.
That's,
That's
okay.
it.
Literally. 'cause
I
you
Oh,
saw
signed
me
you
on
an Axiom, and then
my
I followed
car.
you to Mecca, and then
You really should
through
have taken a
Nikki.
picture.
Through Nikki.
I should have.
Yeah.
Blame
that would have
her.
been worse
You
because you would have
should've.
looked over and my phone would have been out my
Things
window
don't
going.
make,
"Shh."
no, things don't make
She
me-
would have been like, "Why are you taking a picture? The paparazzi's
I'm
after
so
me
used to it
on
now.
Chinden in Boise."
I've had girls come up to me at Target and tell me they recognize
saw
me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From my Instagram. It's fun.
Well, of course they have.
I
We were
love
saying
it.
at the very beginning, we're a small town.
Yeah.
Yep.
It really is.
So, what's one food that you miss more than anything? With your meal plans, what's the one thing you
probably
wish?
fish.
Oh, you can't even have fish.
I have to eat the same thing every day. It's just his philosophy. Other coaches don't do that.
Oh, okay.
He's my coach. I hired him.
Right.
I do
Follow
what
the rule.
Yeah.
Good for
so I do miss fish. I miss burgers. I could have a 93%, is it 90? 90%.
Like a lean?
93% lean beef and make my own burger, but I just don't. My husband cooks my dinner every night, and it's turkey and rice.
Oh my gosh, that's
ground
so
turkey and
sweet.
rice.
Ground turkey
He
and rice.
delivers it to me in my bathtub.
Wow.
Yeah. Not every night.
We'll like celebrate him right here going, you're so wonderful.
He really is.
Do you mix it all together and then just eat it? So
Yep.
it's just kind of like a stir fry.
It's really
kinda thing?
good. Like, I look forward to it every time because
Yeah.
when it's time to eat,
You're ready.
I'm ready. Yeah. It's like every 3 hours.
Do you think, obviously, if you're 5'7", if somebody was 6'8", they're going to have a different meal plan. I would
Exactly.
guess.
Everybody would.
And depending on their workout schedule.
yeah.
Right.
Even someone who is the same size as me has a different plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Including maybe some
And
potato
maybe
chips.
different.
Let's just look at these.
Maybe different from what you're competing in, I'm assuming. Whether
Yeah.
it's wellness or bikini
Yep.
or what's the other one?
Figure. And is bodybuilder.
The Amazon one.
Bodybuilder.
The Amazon.
The Amazon.
I just-
Oh, I was like, I missed that one.
That's coming. Actually, they
that?
just added a new category called fit model.
Oh. I'm like, they're all models. Right.
What's the difference for them? Do you know?
Honestly, I don't know the exact difference, but from my perspective, I think it's more just lean girls
Okay.
that are wanting to compete. They don't really have the muscle structure, but
Tell
they
me-
were able
Tell
to
me
lean
what
out.
you do for competing. Like, I know everyone's beautiful.
Like
you're
on that
all
day?
tan. Like, what are you supposed to do in front
On
of the
that
audience?
day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
On competition day.
they call you out. You have to
Okay.
stand in your pose. They tell you when to turn.
Like 1 minute.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pose a
But
minute.
because I did two
Categories.
categories, I was up there. It was a
Kind
lot.
of all day.
Yeah.
And
all
then
morning.
what are you doing? Like, are you showing just posing and strutting
Yeah, you have
and
to
walking
smile.
in, smile and
Yep.
hold, and they're evaluating
You
top to
turn
bottom.
around and you stick your butt out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's great.
But you're not like lifting. You're not.
No,
You're just
no.
showing all your work
Yep.
that you've done.
Yep.
Okay. And you're not talking.
No.
They don't ask you
Nope.
questions.
No, thank
So it's
goodness.
not
not-
like the
it's
Miss
not like-
America pageant.
So if
It
you could
is
change one,
stressful enough. I wouldn't be able to ask.
Yeah,
no. Everything is such a blur.
I'm bored.
too.
I'm bored. I'm bored.
And the lights are so bright.
Oh, I
like
bet.
you don't even see anybody.
Yeah.
You're just shaking like a little
Yeah.
chihuahua. Like
You're like, get me out of here, and you can't shake.
no.
Yeah,
No.
you're held.
No.
This is impressive. I had a student. So I used to be a high school teacher. I had
Oh,
a
cool.
student, and she did like right out of high school. I remember watching her, and I'm like, she's transformed. Like she looks so different. And so for a while before she got married, she was doing competitions. So she'd post and and she'd talk about what she had to do. Like, I'm so tired today. This, and this happened. And so I know just a little bit from hers,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's so funny to be in this spot that I'm in right now, because people who meet me as I am now just understand me and respect what I'm doing. But the people that I grew up with, my family, my old circle of friends, they don't understand it. And it's really hard to even talk to them anymore.
You get a different circle.
It's been a big struggle with my family. I don't really talk to them much because I don't feel like they approve of what I'm doing.
As in, this is your business and family life
Yeah.
decisions, and they'd
Yeah.
like to see you.
I don't think they think that they don't like that I've changed
Got it.
and grown. They wanted me to stay
They had this
the way I was.
expectation,
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
but I want to be better. I'm still her.
And I always felt like I had to live the way that I did growing
Okay.
up. I don't know if you knew this, but I used to be Mormon,
Okay.
and I've gone away from that. It's just not something that I want in my life. And yeah, a lot of people don't like that.
Or it's different for them. They couldn't
very
see something different.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
It's hard, but my husband still is, and my kids.
Yeah.
So that's even harder.
But I mean,
But-
you guys are figuring out how to support each other.
yeah, my
'cause
husband's
it's
super
love and
supportive.
care and
Yep.
do it together.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that.
This has been awesome.
I agree, 100%.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, very.
Sorry,
awesome.
I'm very ADD. I'm like, my mom used to call me
No,
a,
this is-
ping pong ball.
Well,
So-
like there's a lot to love about you, so that's cool. We like to do all your ping pong balls, so
there's a lot more.
keep it coming,
If you want
sister.
a session too.
We'll take
Bring it on.
We'll take it. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
It's fun to get to know you, and we'll have to have you back after the show.
Yeah, let's do
see
it.
See how it goes.
I'd love to.
Or at least between July and after your 40th.
Yeah,
See
let's
how
do
you're
it.
doing. Okay.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Well, thanks for
And-
listening to Ice Cream for Breakfast.
And kick off the rest of your 39th year. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye.